Sometimes, the darkest moments in a community don't erupt in alleyways or abandoned streets. They happen in places that were supposed to be safe, trusted, routine. And on November 25th, inside a small neighborhood barbershop in Perrine, Florida, routine shattered. A man walked in for a simple haircut, but what followed would leave an entire community shaken, confused, and questioning how close danger had been all along. Today, we're talking about an unhappy customer who turned violent, a man with a shadowed history, and a barbershop owner who survived something he'll never forget. But this story is not as straightforward as it seems. Before we dive into the full breakdown, we need to talk about the moment that set everything off, because it all started with a haircut. And not just any haircut. This barber pushed that nigga's hairline back so far, it looked like it was trying to migrate to another zip code. Here's Hairline clocked out early, packed a suitcase, and said, "Fuck it, I'm headed south for the winter." It was receding like it saw a ghost and tried to escape that bitch. Now normally, a bad lineup just ruins your selfie game, but this one ruined everybody's day. The father in the shop was next in line, just waiting for his turn, sitting there with his two sons like it was a normal Saturday. But as soon as that customer saw his hairline in the mirror, something snapped. The father jumped up to calm him down, trying to play peacemaker, trying to keep the shop safe. Meanwhile, the two sons, they bolted out the barbershop like track stars, watching their dad through the window with that "is he really doing this" look. Tiny faces pressed to the glass, witnessing their father try to reason with a man whose hairline trauma had activated his supervillain origin story.
It's a little more forward. I don't see what you looking at when you say forward. You talk, because I see an angle is going right here, and that corner for corner is right here. You talking about right here? Right there, yeah, right there. Yeah. You talking about right there? Yeah. That's a little angle. Because I know right here in the front, that's corner to corner. Now once
Start right there, just don't walk here, don't walk here. Just go around.
What's more, this side was already hot. Look, when I came here, it was already hot. What I did was match that side to this side. I'm gonna repeat this again.
This is great.
I'm gonna repeat it. No problem. You first told me, and I looked in the mirror, and you told me on the other side to the high. I said, bro, the shit was already pushed back to my stomach. I matched this side to this side.
I remember you first started when I saw you.
I'm even upset, man. You good, bro? Bro. You upset? I got upset, but I don't push back to you. But no problem, bro. No problem, bro.
That's great.
Bro, your shit's already sent when you came in, bro.
Right, it was tilted and pushed back the two things, bro.
No problem, bro. I don't put, bro. No problem, bro.
You see that shit fresh right now, man?
Bro. Not a problem. Be good, baby. Shit seating already, bro.
I understand that.
Yeah, I don't push back, bro. I'm just trying to fix it already.
Bro, chill out. You tripping right now.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, you tripping.
I'm tripping.
Just chill out, bro. Just chill out, man. Chill out. You don't see my shit right there, my nigga.
Bro, bro. Guess what, bro? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Bro, I know, bro. Hold on, what you mean?
How you tripping? What you talking about, bro?
But why you, bro? I'm like, bro, guess what?
Because you
don't
about my shit, my nigga.
No, bro, I'm doing you. Bro, guess what, bro? Excuse me, bro. Bro, don't worry about it, bro. You go, bro. You was already there, shit already cooked, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. you finna get attitude about my shit, bro. You tripping, man. What you mean, bro? You get attitude about my shit, man. You wanna beat me again, man? Yeah, cause it's my shit, it's my hair, man. Bro, you have a good day. And you have a good day, bro. Bro, you tripping. Bro, you finna beat me getting mad about my shit, bro. But you finna be mad cause you get me mad about my hair. What you going on for, man? You took your chain off, nigga, like you ready to pay. You like you going about my shit. Bro, I told you have a good day. Hey, what? That shit was only leaning, nigga. It's whatever you wanna do. You take your shit off, nigga, ready. Nigga, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be ready to go. I told you to go out to have a good day. Nigga, you wanna come in, nigga, as soon as you want, let's go. Niggas on the pop. You're supposed to be scared, nigga. Your motherfucker on nigga like you wanna do something, nigga. Okay, let's go. Hey, bro. You finna do me about what fucking hell? Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. Push your shit back, nigga. Push your. I'm gonna leave my shit. We're gonna shoot you more. Get out. I'll push your shit back, nigga. Push your shit back, nigga. Yo. Push your shit back, nigga. Hey, y'all I'm gonna kiss you in your pussy. You know, put the wrong nigga. I catch my license on you, pussy ass nigga. But my motherfucker, I'll pussy whoop your pussy ass here, nigga. By my head, then you throwing up about my shit, nigga. You lucky I don't want to kiss a lot of sinners again, nigga. Sit your pussy ass down. Sit your pussy. Put your in here, man. Yo. Put your pussy ass in here, man. You look like you lucky. Hey. Nigga, you lucky, nigga. I'll kill your pussy ass. What, nigga? I'll kill your pussy ass, nigga. Kids in here, man. Nigga, I didn't even think, nigga, I'd come in here and kill your bitch ass. I didn't even think somebody come kill your bitch ass. You lucky I don't want to go back to prison, nigga. You lucky I don't want to go back to prison, nigga. You lucky. You lucky I don't want to get that last sentence again, nigga.
Square Biz was packed that afternoon. Parents, kids, regulars passing time. Just another Saturday. The owner, Samuel Wilson, recognized the customer the moment he walked in. He'd been coming for almost a year. Never caused trouble, never raised his voice. But witnesses say the second he stepped through the doors, something was off. His energy, his pace, his eyes. No one expected what came next. According to the arrest report, the man suddenly began shouting, directing violent threats at Wilson, even with children sitting just feet away. Before anyone could understand what was happening, he pulled out a firearm, and the entire barbershop froze. The attacker, identified later as 40-year-old Darius Davis, wasn't just angry. He was charged, unpredictable, explosive. Wilson recalls the moment with a chilling clarity. He wasn't a man when he had that gun, he said. He slapped me in the head with it, choked me out. Inside that shop, time slowed. People held their breath, and no one knew whether the next second would be their last.
Shop quickly turned violent when a longtime customer pulled a gun out on his barber. This video shows how everything just escalated so fast as children there were watching in fear.
Tonight, Local 10 is hearing from that barber. We have Magdala Luisant. She joins us live from West Miami-Dade with this one and only Local 10 exclusive.
Sanella, JC, Samuel Wilson has been a barber for over 30 years, and he says what happened in his shop this week, he has never experienced anything like this before. A customer pulls a gun on him and pistol whips him.
I hate that this even happened.
Tuesday was supposed to be just another day for barbershop owner Samuel Wilson, but this video shows how a routine haircut turned into a terrifying, violent encounter. We've removed some audio because of strong language. It started as a verbal dispute, a customer unhappy about his hairline.
See already, bro.
I understand that.
But moments later, he returns, this time holding a gun, threatening Wilson as two children watch and another customer tries to calm him down.
He wasn't a man till he had that pistol in his hand. Slapped me in the head with it, choked me out. You got it.
Wilson says he wasn't a random walk-in. He's cut the man's hair many times before.
He had a county uniform on. I did not think he was gonna come around here and come back. I thought we might have fisticuffed, but I didn't think he was gonna come back with a firearm. I told him, man, have a good day.
You have a good day. And you have a good day, bro.
Despite the attack, Wilson says he's not going anywhere. He opened his shop in Perrine 5 years ago and loves the community that supported him.
This is a safe place for anybody, but I hope the best for you, homie. Have a good day and have a good life.
Now, Wilson tells me guns aren't allowed in his shop anyway, but he's going to be making security changes, and that includes locking the door after each customer. As for the man in the video, Miami-Dade Sheriff deputies believe they have the person responsible. Once we've confirmed the charges and his name, we'll update you.
At first, all anyone knew was that a customer had snapped, but when deputies later confirmed his identity, the story took a darker turn. Davis wasn't new to law enforcement, far from it. Records revealed a long, violent history. Cocaine possession in '93, armed robbery charges in '93 and '98, burglary with assault in '98. He spent years in and out of Florida prisons, more than many people spend earning degrees or raising families, from 1999 to 2004, again from 2006 to 2017, and yet somehow here he was, back in the community, back inside a barbershop he visited for months without issue. So the question becomes, what triggered him that day? What switch flipped? And why in a room full of children?
We have new details tonight after a violent attack inside a barber shop. The suspect now behind bars, accused of threatening another man with a gun. Local 10's Brett Neese is live in West Miami-Dade with the charges he's now facing.
Janice, this suspect, his arrest form has a lot of details in it, and we're learning a lot about him, his past, and what his record shows. He is a known violent offender. That is what that arrest form listed him as. He has been convicted of previous felonies, and now he's facing even more. Darius Davis is in jail once again after police spent a few days looking for him following a violent encounter at a barber shop. Security video from that day shows Davis walking back into Square Biz with a gun and threatening the owner, Samuel Wilson. Wilson says this was all over an issue with Davis's hairline. The barber says he's been doing Davis's hair for a while and never had an issue before.
He wasn't a man till he had that pistol in his hand. Slapped me in the head with it, choked me out. You got it.
In the video, you can see Davis force Wilson to the couch and hit him with the gun. Newly obtained arrest forms for Davis show police took him into custody a few days later after a traffic stop. The 48-year-old was booked into jail before appearing in bond court over the weekend multiple times.
I did not think he was gonna come around here and come back. I thought we might have fisticuffed, but I didn't think he was gonna come back with a firearm. I told him, man, have a good day.
So Davis is facing several charges. The judge set his bond at about $35,000. He has since posted it, according to records. Live in West Miami-Dade, Brett Neese, Local 10 News.
Deputies didn't catch Davis inside the barbershop. He fled before law enforcement arrived, disappearing into the streets of Miami-Dade like smoke. For days, the community waited, anxious, unsettled, knowing a violent offender was on the loose, and no one could predict what he might do next. It wasn't until a traffic stop that Davis was finally taken into custody, not for the barbershop attack at first, but for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He was booked on November 28th, 3 days after the attack, and brought into the Metro West Detention Center. Only then did investigators begin piecing together what really happened inside Square Biz. But that wasn't the end of the confusion, not even close, because while the charges piled up, something else happened that left the community stunned. On November 29th and 30th, Davis stood in front of 2 different judges. The charges were serious: aggravated battery with a deadly firearm, aggravated assault with a firearm, use of a firearm to commit a felony, improper exhibition of a weapon. You'd expect a case like this to lock him away until trial. After all, he was labeled a known violent offender, a man with decades of criminal history, and yet, court records show that Davis was allowed to walk free on some of the charges, released on his own recognizance from possession of a firearm and for the improper exhibition charge. For the remaining charges, he was given a bond of $35,000, and by Monday afternoon, he posted it. Just like that, he was no longer behind bars. A judge ordered him to stay away from Square Biz, stay away from the victim, stay on house arrest. But for many people watching the case unfold, it raised an unsettling question. How could someone with a violent past, who walked into a barbershop armed and threatening, be free again so quickly? The case now sits with Miami-Dade Circuit Judge Zachary James. 2 new filings, 2 major incidents, and 1 man whose pattern of violence stretches back decades. But the deeper mystery remains untold. Why did a man who'd been calm for a year suddenly explode into violence? Why choose a barbershop full of families? Why now? And what was happening in Davis's life leading up to that moment? Investigators haven't given answers. Court documents haven't revealed a motive, and the barbershop community is still trying to understand how close they came to tragedy. Some say he snapped. Others believe something was brewing long before he entered that shop. No matter the reason, one thing is clear. Everyone inside Square Biz that day will carry the memory forever.
We're learning new details after a terrifying attack inside a local barber shop. That video shows a man getting angry after a haircut, and tonight we are learning about the specific charges that suspect is facing.
And Local 10's Brett Neese is live in West Miami-Dade with more on the story that's getting a lot of attention online. Brett.
And Calvin and Janice, this got out of hand quickly inside this barbershop last week, and thanks to the arrest form, we now know some more information about the suspect that police say they have in custody. This person, according to police, is a known habitual violent offender. He has been convicted on felonies in the past, and now he's facing even more. Darius Davis is in jail once again after police spent a few days looking for him following a violent encounter at a barber shop. Security video from that day shows Davis walking back into Square Biz with a gun and threatening the owner, Samuel Wilson. Wilson says this was all over an issue with Davis's hairline. The barber says he's been doing Davis's hair for a while and never had an issue before.
He wasn't a man until he had that pistol in his hand. Slapped me in the head with it, choked me out. You got it.
In the video, you can see Davis force Wilson to the couch and hit him with the gun. Newly obtained arrest forms for Davis show police took him into custody a few days later after a traffic stop. The 48-year-old was booked into jail before appearing in bond court over the weekend multiple times.
I did not think he was going to come around here and come back. I thought we might have fisticuffed. But I didn't think he was going to come back with a firearm. I told him, man, have a good day.
And so the judge did set a bond of $35,000 for all of the charges that Davis is facing, which include aggravated battery and aggravated assault. He has since posted that bond. Live in West Miami-Dade, Brett Neese, Local 10 News.
This case is far from over. 2 new court filings, a violent confrontation caught on surveillance, a community shaken, and a man with a history that refuses to stay buried. As more details surface, we may finally learn what pushed a longtime customer, a man with decades of turmoil behind him, to walk into a barbershop and unleash chaos. But until then, viewers are left with one final chilling truth. Sometimes the most dangerous people aren't the ones hiding in the shadows. Sometimes they're the ones we think we already know. Alright y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the story of the Florida man who got the diabolical haircut, pushed his hairline back, and then, you know, he up blick on his barber. Hey man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!